Dad 76 here with another tutorial. Gonna give you a tutorial for my latest trick called Red Shift. Posted it a couple days ago and some people asked for a tutorial, so I'm gonna attempt to teach you how to do it. So here's how it goes. And that's it. It's called Red Shift. It's got a bunch of elements in it that you probably know how to do, or maybe not. So if you don't know how to do chopsticks, gondola, and a red triangle, which is very easy, those are all elements that are in the trick. So I'll try to break it down for you one by one. All right, first thing you're going to do is throw a breakaway. Throw in a pinwheel if you like, and you're going to catch it on the thing right here, and you're going to be doing a chopsticks with your throw hand. And so the way you're going to get into it for this version is you're going to swing it back under this finger. You're going to hook this finger so you catch it. So it's a little bit different than like how you would normally do a trapeze brother. Hook it, and then you're going to swing it and catch it right here. So now you are in a chopsticks mount on your other side. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn your hand slightly in, and you're going to swing it onto this back string. And then you'll be in this mount here. Okay? Show that to you again. So, trapeze into the chopsticks, then take this pointer finger and then you're going to put it into this back string right here. And you're going to underpass, and you're in this mount right here. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to curl your finger downward, pull your finger through that hole. And then you're going to slide it this way and then swing it back, kind of like you do in gondola, and now you are in a red triangle. So if you don't know what a red triangle is a triangle that if you drop it, you are not in a knot. So an easy way to get into it is just like that, which may be useful later for one of the last elements. So you're going to be in that red triangle. Let's get back there. Chopsticks, underpass, pull it through, back into our red triangle. Now, this part is the kind of next trickiest part. So what you're going to do is you're going to go from this red triangle, and you're going to hop the yo-yo up a little bit, and you're basically what you're trying to do is hop the yo-yo up, and it's going to go around and it's going to land on that same string, and you're going to be in a double green triangle like this. So what it looks like is if you do it around here in our red triangle. And a trick that I figured out is it helps if you kind of toss the yo-yo off a little bit to your left. You don't need a big hop, because if you miss the string, then you're just going to drop into like a magic knot type thing. So you're going to hop it up. See, if you miss, you land like this. The good news is this is not a real knot. You can just pull it out. So get back into your red triangle. Sometimes you miss, still in a red triangle. Okay, around, missed again. This is probably the most frustrating part of this trick. You're in your double, you hop it out, and then you want to land on the string like this into your knot isolation. You swing it around, hold on to this loop. You hold on to the loop, you land into a brother mount, swing it around. Sometimes you give it a little tug, but that knot will just pull out. Depending on your string, it seems like. Sometimes different strings do different things. Like this. Double green triangle, pop out, land on the string, swing it around to a brother, swing it around, give it a little tug. You can even sneak it in right there, and then go to whatever bind you want to do. So that's the whole trick. The first part of it is actually pretty easy. It's the end part that even still I am still working on getting consistent. This part right here is probably the most frustrating part, the red triangle to the double GT. So a couple tips that seem to have helped is a little jump to the left. If you jump too far, you're going to miss the string. So one thing you can do as a kind of a workaround in the meantime is you can hold this right here, and you can just bring this string around and you're in your double GT. The only downside of this is it doesn't give you a lot of room to do the rejection. So you got to make sure that you give it a good tug to get that rejection. Another tip for that rejection is to keep your strings fairly tight. So, oops, let's see. So, red triangle, hold right here, and then just pop up right here, and then you're in your double GT. It's not as great looking up a double GT when you do it that way, but it gives you the general gist. You pop it out, you land on the string, and then you go from there. And then you will jack this trick up a bunch. I'm still jacking it up, and I made it up, so don't worry about that. That's just part of learning the trick. I'm going to try to give you a couple other angles here. Let's give you some close-up. So this is the first mount. You basically go to your chopsticks, and then you're doing an underpass, and it's almost like a this is kind of like a double or nothing, but it's on the other side. Your normal double or nothing would be the other way. So let me show you that part again. So you're in the trapeze, you swing under, catch it on the string, take this back here, pull through, and then you're in your gondola. All right, let me see. I don't know if any of these side angles would be useful for you, but this might help you see that you're hitting this back string, the one you're holding with your thumb, just like that. And then you're pulling this finger down, and then you're pulling it through, and you slide it, and then you untwist this hand. That puts you in your red triangle. So the thing you're probably going to need to practice the most is that red triangle part. So an easy way to do that is just go in a trapeze, spread these hands apart, pull through. There's your red triangle. And then you can practice. All you're trying to do is get the string around and under, and that puts you in the double GT. Then you're out. You go to your knot isolation, swing it around, and you can do whatever you want there. Sometimes that knot looks crazy, but it always comes out. It will always pull out, which is cool. So you don't really have to worry about that knot. The knots you'll worry about are when you're in that double GT. Sometimes it just doesn't want to come out, and you will get some gnarly knots, and that's just part of the fun. So another thing about this part that's cool is if you miss this back string and land on your front string, or you land in you miss completely, you just drop off, and you can try it again. If you land on the front string and you drop it, you're just in a trapeze again. So that's cool. You just go back around and try it again. If you have a good long spinning yo-yo, you can do this trick a bunch of times, or you can botch this trick a bunch of times, and it doesn't even matter. So that is my original trick, the red shift, with the Motion Harmonic. Great yo-yo. I've done this trick with a bunch of different shaped yo-yos. I haven't decided that it really matters what shape of yo-yo that you're using, but you definitely want a good long spinning yo-yo, because you're going to want to try, you're going to mess up a bunch, which is no big deal. So the more you mess up, the more eventually you'll lock it in. And it does seem to matter what string you have, as to if that little magic knot pulls out easier than others. I think this is a Stringworks string, which is it's a nylon, so, and it's a little bit thicker and softer, so maybe that's why the knot doesn't come out as well as some of the other strings. I was using the Skyline 3 zip line, and that one seemed to like to pop out really well. And the foxtails from Yo-Yo Fox, those like to pop out really well, because for whatever reason, that Yo-Yo Fox string, it does not knot very easily. So you can kind of jack up some stuff and you're good. But hope you enjoyed it. If you don't know how to do some of these other elements, there's definitely other tutorials out there for the red triangle. Doc Pop has one on his knot isolations, and the Doc Pop double GT. A different double GT. So there's a lot of different ways to get into a double GT, like that. And almost all of them, well, you can practice that knot isolation thing to get out of it. So that's one double GT. So that is the red shift. Let me know if you got any questions. Keep it real.